Hearties, brace yourselves. When Calls the Heart won't return in 2025. But don't lose hope just yet. Hallmark just dropped a major clue about season 13's comeback, and it's sooner than you think. It's been over a decade since When Calls the Heart first premiered on Hallmark, and we can't get enough of it. The show follows a community confronting the challenges of living in a frontier town in the early 20th century. Much of the plot revolves around schoolteacher Erin Krakow, who has experienced love, tragedy, and everything in between over 12 seasons on air. The hit drama is in the middle of filming its historic season 13, and fans are wondering if they'll have the chance to see new episodes of When Calls the Heart this year. Given how we love this show as well, honestly, who doesn't love it? We needed to figure this out for ourselves. And what we uncovered, well, WCTH fans will need to sit down for this. Is When Calls the Heart coming back in 2025? Much to the disappointment of fans everywhere, When Calls the Heart will not return in 2025. But don't lose hope just yet. Hallmark just dropped a major clue about when season 13 will premiere with new episodes, and it seems like it's sooner than we think. When will When Calls the Heart return for season 13? Thanks to a surprise preview trailer back in August, fans learned When Calls the Heart season 13 will premiere sometime in 2026 on Hallmark. Just a little reminder that we've got more When Calls the Heart coming your way in 2026, Hearties. What are your hopes and dreams for season 13? Naturally, seeing this WCTH news left fans screaming in excitement on returning to Hope Valley. Can't wait, I started watching earlier this year and have finished all 12 seasons. One person wrote in the comments, "Is 2026 yet? Another penned?" I don't want this show to end. I hope there are more seasons to come after this new season, a different follower added. While we don't know much about what to expect from When Calls the Heart season 13, we do know two major stars will be making their grand returns to the show when new episodes air on Hallmark next year. As fans learned in August and October 2025 respectively, both Melissa Gilbert and Brooke Shields are set to appear on the show when new episodes air on Hallmark next year. Can someone speed up the clock so we can see new episodes of When Calls the Heart now, please?
There's a twist coming to When Calls the Heart that no one saw coming, and Erin Krakow and Pascal Hutton are right at the center of it. Let's dive into the spoilers shaking up Hope Valley. Hallmark Channel When Calls the Heart spoilers and updates reveal two co-stars attempted to find a single word to encapsulate the Hearties, but they ended up bursting into laughter. The Hearties Family Reunion 2025 was held in British Columbia, Canada, featuring all your beloved stars such as Erin Krakow and Pascal Hutton. Hearties thought of the pair as the dynamic duo. Hearties couldn't cease their excitement over the dynamic pair, who truly tested their friendship. Hutton and Krakow enjoyed themselves at the annual fan convention. They aimed to encapsulate the fan base. If I had to sum up the fans in a single word, Krakow pondered. Let's see if we think of the same word and say it together, suggested Hutton. It appeared straightforward, right? On their initial attempt, Hutton exclaimed, "friendly," while Krakow declared, "passionate." Undeterred, they gave it another go. Hutton said, "community," and Krakow referred to the Hearties as loyal. Getting closer. The two stars kept trying to describe Hearties the same way. "We're on the right track, I can sense it," Krakow remarked. "Shall we try one more time?" Hutton inquired, so they took another shot. Did they achieve success? Hutton shouted, "the absolute best," while Krakow chimed in, "I adore them." Then they both burst into fits of laughter. The Instagram caption stated, "the unbeatable duo we can't get enough." The Hearties continue to cherish their friendship, even if they can't synchronize their words. The enthusiastic and devoted fan base flooded the comment section with their opinions. One commenter declared, "We Hearties love you." Another contributed, "all great descriptors." The Hearties who attended kept up their appreciation. Someone else mentioned, Two lovely ladies, and I adore every film and WCTH. You both are amazing. The majority of fans concurred that they cherished both actresses. There's no competition between women in this context. The Hardy's Family Reunion 2025 spanned 3 days filled with activities, panels, delicious food, and much more. Attendees were also given a tour of the Hope Valley set. What sets it apart from other conventions is its cozy atmosphere, allowing fans to connect closely with their favorite stars, as well as with each other. The Hardy's Family Reunion began around 2016-2017 as a fan-driven event in Vancouver, Brazil, Canada, designed to honor the When Calls the Heart fan community. It offered chances for behind-the-scenes experiences, cast meet and greets, and tours of the Hope Valley set. What started as an effort by fans transformed into a major annual event for hundreds of Hardys from around the world, even during periods when the show's official involvement was in doubt. The gathering occurred each year until the COVID-19 pandemic led to a pause for a few years. It returned in 2022 under the name Hope Valley Days before reverting to its original title, The Hardy's Family Reunion. In the world of cozy, heartfelt television drama, few shows have cultivated as loyal and passionate a fandom as When Calls the Heart. At the center of much of that admiration are two actresses, Erin Krakow and Pascal Hutton, whose on- and off-screen camaraderie is delighting fans and sparking fresh energy ahead of the show's next chapter. Here's a deep dive into how their recent interactions, conventions, behind-the-scenes revelations, and upcoming storylines are fueling excitement, spoilers, and speculation without spoiling anything too drastic. A fan event spark. The 2025 Hardy's Family Reunion. The pair's dynamic was on full display at the 2025 Hardy's Family Reunion event, held in British Columbia, Canada. All the stars of the series gathered, but Krakow and Hutton stood out for their playful, genuine rapport. At one moment, in front of the audience, they attempted to pick one word to sum up the Hardy's fan base. On the first go, Hutton said friendly, Krakow said passionate. On the second attempt, Hutton offered community, Krakow loyal. On the third attempt, Hutton declared the absolute best. Krakow proclaimed, I adore them, and then they both erupted into fits of laughter. Their ease with each other suggests a strong off-screen friendship that clearly resonates with fans. Their interaction directly acknowledges the fandom, making the fans feel seen, appreciated, part of the show's family. It sets a tone of warmth and collaboration, rather than tension or rivalry, which reinforces the show's spirit. Fans responded accordingly. Comments like, "We Hardys love you," and "Two beautiful ladies, you both are fantastic," flooded social media. But beyond the fan service, this moment reflects something more strategic. In a landscape of many serial TV dramas where fandom fatigue can set in, maintaining genuine connection to the audience is key. Krakow and Hutton are doing just that. On-screen chemistry and off-screen resonance. Krakow and Hutton's characters have been part of the tapestry of When Calls the Heart for years. Elizabeth as the teacher turned key Hope Valley citizen, and Rosemary as the spirited, entrepreneurial partner in the town's development. Their interactions, both as friends and co-leaders in the community, have been a core element of the show's ensemble strength. What makes their dynamic stand out, Elizabeth often embodies tradition, moral clarity, and hope. Rosemary brings entrepreneurial drive, risk-taking, and sometimes challenging the status quo. Their interplay keeps the show vibrant. Both characters have grown considerably across seasons. The actress duo's off-screen maturity mirrors this. In the convention context, Krakow and Hutton bring to the fore the idea of Hardys as family, which mirrors the show's thematic core of community. So when fans see them interacting candidly at events, it adds authenticity. The on-screen relationship becomes enriched by off-screen relatability. This synergy is part of why their magic continues to captivate. Spoiler hints and what fans are buzzing about. Let's talk spoilers. Not major plot twists, but hints and possibilities that the Krakow-Hutton duo contributed to at the recent event and in interviews, which have Hardy's eagerly speculating. Though production details are still under wraps for season 13 of When Calls the Heart, we know filming has begun. Krakow marked the start of filming with a video of herself, Kevin McGarry, and others walking together toward camera, symbolically returning to Hope Valley. At the convention, the cast, including Krakow and Hutton, reflected on the journey so far and teased that big moments lie ahead. For the duo, this suggests that their characters will continue to be central, whether in leadership, community changes, or personal arcs. Attendees received a tour of the Hope Valley set, got up close with cast, and engaged in panels. The intimate format allows stars like Krakow and Hutton to engage more deeply with fans. This closeness often translates into set anecdotes and subtle spoilers, e.g., references to new business ventures, partnerships in town, or shifts in character dynamics. While nothing definitive was revealed, fans are reading between the lines. Friendship and supportive energy. Behind the scenes, Krakow and Hutton seem to support not only each other, but the entire cast. Their camaraderie sets the tone. For example, Krakow recently married her co-star Ben Rosenbaum, and Hutton publicly celebrated that event. Such off-screen positivity often bleeds into storylines. When the cast has strong relationships in real life, it frequently translates to more authentic chemistry on-screen. Fans speculate. Might we see new friendships, new alliances, or deeper communal arcs in Hope Valley centering around Elizabeth and Rosemary? Potential character shifts. While no official major change has been confirmed for Elizabeth or Rosemary, convention discussions hint at evolution. Elizabeth may grapple with broader community leadership beyond teaching. Recent arcs have pushed her into more central civic roles. Rosemary may face new business challenges or perhaps mentorship roles to younger Hope Valley citizens. The duo could spearhead a plotline together, town revitalization, school expansion, maybe even a legacy storyline. Given their centrality, the speculation is that their collaboration will be a pillar of the upcoming season's narrative structure. The Hardys' fandom and the show's longevity. The relationship between Krakow and Hutton and their ongoing engagement with the fandom elucidates why When Calls the Heart has remained relevant for over a decade. The following factors are at play. Fan loyalty built on community. The convention moment, where the actresses tried to find one word to describe the fans, already underscores the show's focus on community, not just characters. Fans feel part of something. The repeated descriptors, lovely, loyal, community, reflect that this isn't a passive fandom, it's interactive. Character stability amidst change. Many long-running shows suffer when core characters leave or storylines astray. Here, Krakow and Hutton serve as stable anchors. Their characters have consistent presence, giving the audience familiar emotional touchpoints even as new arcs unfold. Authenticity in off-screen behavior. When the lead actresses treat fans respectfully, talk openly about the show's values, and maintain positive relationships with each other, it builds trust. Fans aren't just consuming, they're emotionally invested. Building anticipation for the next chapter, with production underway for season 13 and conventions like the Hardys Gathering serving as both celebration and teaser, Krakow and Hutton function as ambassadors of excitement. Their involvement means the show continues to be culturally alive, not past its peak. A sneak peek at what might be ahead. Here are some possibilities based on current hints and fan speculation. A joint storyline for Elizabeth and Rosemary. Perhaps the town faces such a major shift that the two characters partner in a leadership role, combining Elizabeth's moral compass with Rosemary's enterprise. Generational handoff mentorship. References at the convention to younger actors and set tours hint that Hope Valley's story might pivot to include next-gen characters. Elizabeth and Rosemary might become mentors. Both actresses have real-life milestones, and fans love seeing characters evolve accordingly. So perhaps Elizabeth faces new family-oriented decisions. Rosemary might explore new business or community outreach. Fandom integrated moments. Given how much the convention stressed fan engagement, the show might include storylines that reward longtime viewers, callbacks, returning characters, or fan inside moments. Continued community expansion. Hope Valley may get new dynamics, new residents, new challenges, even new industries. Elizabeth and Rosemary will likely be at the center. What Hardys are saying, and what to watch. On social media and convention panels, fans are vocal. Many expressed delight at seeing Krakow and Hutton together, describing them as the dynamic duo we can't get enough of. Some speculation threads focus on, will Elizabeth finally take charge of the school district? Or is Rosemary going to open a new business that shakes up the town? In Instagram comments, fans praise the friendly vibe between the actresses and express gratitude for the cast's accessibility. If you're watching closely, here are some things to keep an eye on. Dialogue or scenes that pair Elizabeth and Rosemary in leadership-oriented roles. Cast announcements or guest stars that reference Hope Valley growth or next chapter for the town. Behind-the-scenes posts from Krakow and Hutton hinting at new beginnings, fresh challenges, or next-gen arcs. Convention or social posts inviting fans to return in 2026 and referencing the duo's partnership. Why this news is exciting for the show, the cast, and the fans? Having leads who remain invested keeps the heart of the series beating. Krakow and Hutton's warm rapport reinforces that the series is more than plot. It's community. For the cast, Krakow is at a personal milestone. Hutton continues her strong run. Their off-screen positivity likely translates to creative energy on set. For the fans, feeling seen and appreciated by the cast enhances loyalty. Knowing the leads are enjoying their roles and engaging with fans adds to the viewing pleasure. The magic of When Calls the Heart isn't just in the prairie town setting, or the 1920s backdrop, or the romances and challenges. It's in the sense of belonging. And Krakow and Hutton are central to that. Their dynamic, their appreciation of fans, their presence in both event spaces and on-screen storylines create a synergy that is rare in long-running series. Expect them to remain cornerstones of the show, perhaps stepping into more leadership both within the narrative of Hope Valley and within the fandom world. Their joint energy suggests they'll not just be characters in Hope Valley, they'll continue to embody the spirit of the show itself. For Hardys, this means many reasons to stay engaged. Upcoming story arcs, fan gatherings, and the enduring bond between two of the show's most cherished players. When viewers watch Elizabeth and Rosemary exchange advice, tease each other, or lean on one another in moments of crisis, it's easy to forget that what makes those scenes sparkle isn't just sharp writing. It's genuine affection between Erin Krakow and Pascal Hutton. On-set insiders describe their working relationship as one of the healthiest on television. They arrive early, often rehearse lines together, and, according to crew accounts, bring levity to long shoot days. A production staffer recently told Soap Hub that Erin and Pascal set the tone. When they're laughing, everyone's relaxed. When they're filming a serious moment, the whole crew goes quiet. The actresses often appear together on social media, sharing behind-the-scenes photos, birthday posts, or playful selfies. These glimpses humanize the series, reminding Hardys that the warmth of Hope Valley extends beyond the screen. Their shared professionalism has also helped navigate change. As When Calls the Heart evolved from its early romantic drama roots to a broader ensemble story, it relied on consistent emotional anchors. Krakow and Hutton have been those anchors. The heart of Hope Valley: leadership, growth, and sisterhood. Both Elizabeth and Rosemary represent archetypes of women in early 20th century Western communities, educated, ambitious, socially conscious. But what's revolutionary is how When Calls the Heart presents their friendship as the show's emotional center. Elizabeth, the former school teacher and now a community leader, symbolizes perseverance and moral clarity. Rosemary, initially introduced as a dramatic actress, has transformed into a businesswoman, journalist, and loyal friend. Their arcs reflect the changing roles of women in society without losing the gentleness that defines Hallmark storytelling. In Season 12, we saw Rosemary balancing motherhood and work, while Elizabeth navigated her evolving romantic life and teaching responsibilities. Their moments together, counseling one another through setbacks, laughing in the cafe, organizing town events, offered the heartwarming tone fans crave.
Season 13 promises to deepen this partnership. Based on subtle hints from the actresses during panels and interviews, Elizabeth and Rosemary might collaborate on a new community initiative, something that pushes Hope Valley into a new era. It's not just about friendship anymore, it's about shared purpose. The power of connection. Hardys as co-authors. One of the most fascinating aspects of When Calls the Heart is the way its audience participates in the storytelling. Few modern shows have as interactive a fan base as the Hardys. Their social media presence, fan art, and organized viewing parties have helped keep the series at the top of Hallmark's ratings year after year. Erin Krakow and Pascal Hutton are well aware of this. Both have described the Hardys as co-authors of the show's legacy. In interviews, they frequently credit the fans for encouraging producers to renew the series through its rough patches. The 2025 Hardys reunion proved that connection runs both ways. Fans shared stories of how the show helped them through difficult times, loss, loneliness, or change, and Krakow and Hutton responded with tears and hugs. At one point, Krakow reportedly said, "You've given us as much love as we've tried to give you." That reciprocity is rare in modern entertainment. It explains why spoilers, even minor ones, ignite such excitement. When Krakow posts a photo captioned, "Back in Hope Valley," thousands of fans immediately start decoding it, speculating what Elizabeth's next challenge might be. Hope Valley at a crossroads. Each new season of When Calls the Heart brings a thematic undercurrent. For years, the focus was survival, building a town out of hardship.
Then came renewal, marriage, business, and education. Now, the word floating around fan discussions is transformation. The cast and crew haven't confirmed specifics, but given that both Krakow and Hutton emphasized growth and new beginnings during the 2025 convention, fans anticipate a shift. Possible directions include Rosemary's newspaper, or a new business venture could change the town's financial dynamics. Educational reform. Elizabeth's school may expand into a regional institution, aligning with historical trends of the 1920s. Themes of women's leadership and civic development could take center stage, echoing contemporary conversations about empowerment and equality. Through all of this, Elizabeth and Rosemary's friendship serves as the show's compass. It's their mutual encouragement, one idealistic, one pragmatic, that keeps Hope Valley steady amid change. Off-screen lives, on-screen parallels. Art often mirrors life, and When Calls the Heart is no exception. Erin Krakow's recent marriage to co-star Ben Rosenbaum became a real-life fairy tale that delighted fans. Pascal Hutton, married for over a decade to actor Danny DeRoche, has long represented the balance of work, family, and creativity. When viewers see Elizabeth and Rosemary juggling family and professional commitments, they sense authenticity. It's the lived experiences of Krakow and Hutton shining through. At conventions, both actresses discuss how their personal growth informs their performances. Krakow has mentioned she finds strength in portraying a character who leads with compassion, while Hutton says she channels her own maternal instincts into Rosemary's nurturing side. This emotional truth resonates. It's what gives When Calls the Heart its timelessness. Production insights. Filming Season 13. According to behind-the-scenes glimpses, Season 13 filming began in early autumn 2025 in Vancouver and Langley, British Columbia. The town of Hope Valley remains largely the same, but insiders hint at subtle set redesigns, suggesting modernization within the story. Krakow posted a short video from set captioned, "Another season, another adventure," featuring the cast strolling down Main Street. Fans immediately noted new costumes, props, and signage, possible clues to the town's evolution. Meanwhile, Pascal Hutton teased via Instagram stories a beautiful new chapter for Rosemary and Lee Coulter, posting a photo of her script highlighted in yellow with a heart emoji. If production patterns hold, Season 13 should air in spring 2026. Hallmark executives reportedly remain committed to continuing the franchise as long as viewer enthusiasm stays strong. And, given the Hardys' passion, there's little sign of it waning. The legacy of sisterhood in Hallmark storytelling.
It's worth noting that When Calls the Heart is part of a larger trend in Hallmark's programming celebrating female friendship as central to emotional storytelling. In earlier decades, romantic arcs dominated. Now networks recognize that viewers crave stories of collaboration and shared strength. Krakow and Hutton's chemistry encapsulates this evolution. Their friendship transcends romantic subplots. It's about solidarity. Whether comforting each other through grief or teaming up for a town fundraiser, they represent what Hardys often call the show's real love story, the bond of friendship and community.